Hey, what's up, guys? I'm just gonna do a water change in my 525, and I'm just gonna show you how fast it takes to do this thing, if not, faster. But so what I'm using, you can see, tubing on a pump, and I'm basically just gonna stick this pump, and I don't know if you see this down here. I'm gonna extract all this detritus built up in the sump area, all this gunk and everything. As you can see, I already cleaned the protein skimmer. Protein skimmer is cleaned up, good to go. I put a new bag of carbon, which I got here. I just threw away the old stuff and just basically put some new stuff, drop it in the carbon right in there. Turned off the ATO so we don't hear no alarm. And I'm just gonna show you how fast it is to do a water change. So basically, I'm just gonna take my pump. You see how I rigged it, very simple. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this in the sump here, and then I'm just going to suck on this, start a siphon, and help the pump out basically, and just going to shoot all the water in. I'm going to suck all that detritus out. Okay. Now before I do this, I'm going to show you. I just want to open this up because I use this for my other tanks, and I just want to make sure I don't get anything in there. So it's pretty clean. I don't know if you can see that, but still, I usually just hit on the side, just make sure there's nothing in there. I don't want to cross-contaminate anything with my tanks, with the other tanks. I usually flush it out with a little bit of RO water before I start, but go ahead and do this. So I got a little power cord right here. I already connected on the wall outlet right there. Always prepared. There it is, it's on. Just gonna stick that in there and put my mouth in here. Start the siphon, there it goes. That's all the detritus. I don't know if you can see that. I know. Sucking away. Water's going black. Or dark brown. Sucks out pretty fast. And just like that, man. I don't know if you can see how black it is now on the bottom there. You don't really see that brown gunk. There's that. Basically got everything. Now I'm just filling up the bucket. You can see the bucket's going out the water. You see all that brown water? It's all that poop and all that crap getting siphoned out. Okay, and I'm just letting it go, and I'm gonna stop right there. Take out the tube. There it is. There's 5 gallons right there. And turn it off. Yes. Raise it up a little. Take out the excess water. Okay, and that's it. And I'm gonna take this out here. See all that dirt? Look at all that shit water. And the tank is like freaking crystal clear. But you want to keep your sump clean. So what I'm gonna do is spill this out. Alright, so I'm back. Basically just spilled out all the water. Just took it to the sink. Now I'm going to take out... Whoops. Sorry about that. Let me get you guys set back up right here, because I got the camera right here. Hold up. Okay, so basically now I'm just gonna get 5 more gallons out. Got it connected, ready to go. I'm gonna put it over here in this area here because, see, this is where my live rock's at. Look at this. They don't have live rock like this anymore. You see that? Beautiful live rock. Look at that. That's the rock you want. Well, I got it. So anyways, great stuff to seed your tank with. I always put some I might put some carob sea rock in here just to get that carob sea rock cycled a lot faster than what it does, even though it supposedly has beneficial bacteria in there already in the rock, like in a dormant stage, they say. I'm not sure, but anyways, let's do this. There it goes. There it is. I'm just going to just go around. There's not too much depth to this in here. This water's going to stay a lot clearer. I'll just move the rocks around, just make sure there's no buildup. Just sucking around. Never really have much of anything. Get down at the bottom. Basically, this is what I do. And it doesn't take long to do stuff like this, guys. It's basically a water change is like just if you're not feeling tired or lazy. But a pump like this always helps. Once every 3 months, I'll probably do a siphoning of the sand bed. But other than that, this is what I do. So then, there it is. There's my 10 gallons. I'm gonna lift this up. There it goes. Just make sure I get all the water out of the tube. Put it down there, turn it off. Now, basically, that's it. I'm gonna take this water. You can see it's not even that dirty. And I'm gonna go spill this. All right, so basically spilled that out. Now what I'm gonna do is take the pump, put this away, back in the 5-gallon bucket. Now I got a 5-gallon bucket of nice good water. Nice good pre-mixed salt water that I made myself. I used the RedSea blue bucket. And I trust the parameters that the bucket will be safe for my tank. But either way, I always test the tank like a day afterwards. That way you get the new water cycled and mixed with the old water that you got going on here. And then you want to test your parameters after. You don't want to really test it as soon as you put it in, because it takes a while for this to mix with what you got. So, you know, patience. Test it the next day and just make sure everything's stable. But one of the things you probably want to test now, if anything, is just your salinity. You want to make sure your salinity levels and everything are cool. And then tomorrow you can see how your pH and you can see how alkalinity and all that's doing. You know, 10 gallons is not going to do too much where it's going to just change everything out. But basically what I'm doing is taking this here. Let me go this way so you guys can see. I don't think you guys can see, but there it is. I'm using a jug because of the tight spot, tight space. Just throwing that in there. And you want to make sure too that when you mix your water, that you want to make sure that the temperature and everything is set to the temperature of the tank. So then when you're putting it back in, you're not gonna do a temperature swing or anything like that, which can cause some stress to your animal. And just pour that into the jug. It's not too long. Already the video's at 9 minutes. And if you can do something like this, I don't know how your living situations are, but you know, I have to walk out to the back to get the water because my mixing station is outside. I don't have it indoors or anything. I just have a big old group garbage can and put the lid on it, and that's it. So now I'm just gonna get 5 more gallons of water and I'll be right back. My dogs are going crazy, sorry about that. I'm back. So I literally have to go outside of my house to the side yard to get the water, and then I lug it back over here. So I'm lugging 5-gallon buckets, but keeps me strong. Anyways, I'm gonna then put this in here. I'm gonna put the last in there. So far it's been like what, 11 minutes, and just filling it back up. So the water that I mix, the blue bucket, this water comes out, the alkalinity is usually like around 7.5 to 8, magnesium around 1220 to 1250, calcium levels I think are around 410 to 445. I don't even think they're at 450. So it doesn't do too much of a swing because those are basically my parameters in here. And my alk is like at an 8.4, 8.5. And yeah, so I'm gonna put this in here, take the rest of this water, and as soon as this water gets in, I'll turn on the ATO. I like to turn that on first because the sensor always picks up. So far, when I connect it, the sensor is going to pick up an abundance of water in the sump, and it's going to trigger the alarm, thinking that there's too much water, and that's what you want. Because if you turn the ATO, well, this ATO system, which is this Tunzi, on after you already have the water circulating, it's going to shoot back in more water, and then you got to take water out because it's shooting in too much fresh water. I don't know why it does that, but it does that. So I'd rather turn it on when the sump system is filled with water, and then the return pump can throw back the water in, and everything's cool. So basically that's what I'm going to do now, because I am done. And I'm going to turn on the return pump, which I can take you over here. So let me turn on the light, turn on the return pump, there it is, on. And we're going to come over here and see, there it goes, shooting water. There's my beautiful clam. There's that going in. Well, you want to turn this on. So I was going to connect it first, but there it is. And you see how it's on? So you want that on before you actually turn it on, before the water is all back into the system circulating, because then it's just going to just throw fresh water out, and then you're going to be like, shit, why is it doing that? And it shouldn't be. So it's on, it's going on. You see all the spongy right here. I'm going to turn up the protein skimmer volume so get the volume of water that I need in the skimmer, so it could be skimming out waste. There it is, you hear the alarm on. That's it, didn't take too long to do it. And what I do is just get a napkin, dry out the excess wasted water. That's it, you're gonna hear the alarm still on. And there it is, it's off. And now I can do my adjustments. And if it needs to, it'll throw out water out of this return line from the RO chamber. So, you know, this is it. Didn't take me too long. You can see the protein skimmer already working. Just want to just probably turn it up just a little bit more. There we go. Making sure everything's cool. The auto top off is green. Everything's good. And, see the water level in the protein skimmer seems to be somewhat adequate. Just turn it up just a slight, just a little adjustment. And this is what I do. And you can see all down here, it's all clean. And you can see mesh filter socks aren't that bad. They just got a lot of shit in there, but I don't really change them out. I just leave them alone. You know, that's me. If anything, I may not even have filter socks in my next system. I don't like them, but I do use mesh. And I got 2 bags of carbon. I just changed out one. Protein skimmer set. That's it. Done. Turn off the light. and I am done. And that's it, guys. That's what I do. So that's a water change in my 525, and yeah, there it is. Nice clean tank, all ready to go. I'll just clean this up and get it done. All right, peace, guys.